Hello again. We're doing a film review about a film called Fractured. Came out 2019, starring Sam Worthington, Lily Rabe, and the lovely little girl Lucy Capri. Um, this film was really good, actually. It's funny because I got a bit of a feeling that I've watched it already. And I was thinking, have I seen this film already? But I was like, oh no, I haven't. I think because Sam Worthington's in it, because he's on everything lately. So, just trying to think. The story was good, very strong. I like the fact that it was called Fractured because it makes sense later on. But please, if you're watching this, I hope don't watch this if you haven't watched the film, because I might be giving a few spoilers. So, please, if you haven't seen it, just watch a bit of it and then, go away. All right. Yeah. So, a film called Fractured. It was based on a man who, wow. Well, in the beginning, you don't really understand what's going on. I like these type of films. It gives me a bit of mystery, a bit of suspense. So if you like these kind of films, this is definitely the film for you to watch. Because it's like everything was changing each time. It's like, where do you go? What's going to happen next? Which was like a thriller, and also it felt like a kind of psychological kind of thriller. Yeah, this is a psychological thriller. Very entertaining. At first, I was thinking, these actors are driving me insane, especially the mum's character. It's like she talked as though she was like not even real. It was like she was like, certain things you're like, what? And it's like she was kind of egging on Sam Worthington, the husband character. Every time it's like, oh, you do this. Why haven't you done it yet? It's like I was thinking, oh, cool it. Oh, she's like one of them. So let's give you the plot line. So basically, there's husband, wife, and daughter. So they're going along the road. It's really cool. Let me get the storyline here. I'm trying to be accurate. I don't like to give the wrong information. So basically, here it is. I'm looking information, knowledge. All right. So Ray, along with his wife Joanna and daughter Perry, drive on a road trip for Thanksgiving. That's it. I couldn't remember that bit. In the car, it is clear that Ray and his wife are having issues in their relationship, which definitely I could see that in the beginning straight off. The way the wife, obviously, with parents, where they set their face like with thunder. Joanna thinks that Ray is not himself anymore, and they do not laugh together like they used to. Pretty sad. Eventually, Perry needs to use the restroom, so they take a break at a rest stop. At the gas station, because Ray is low on cash. So basically, I remember this bit when he went to this lonely shop kind of supermarket. This woman was there looking all weird, like like you watch those horror films or watching those kind of American films where they go into this sleepy town. It's quite funny, and then it's like her face was like all creepy looking, and this is where he had to decide whether or not to buy the batteries for his daughter because the headset wasn't working, so he had to either buy batteries. But guess what he decides to do? He decides to buy alcohol instead of getting the batteries for his daughter. I was thinking, he's like the worst dad in the blinking world here. So then he comes back, and then the wife's like, where's the batteries? He's like, they didn't have any batteries. So first off, he just lied point blank to their faces. And the little daughter was waiting for her batteries, all quiet, being all nice. And so that made me very annoyed. Because he lied point blank. Then later on, so they later on they drive off again. Later on they stop off because the wife asked the husband to, oh, let's look again, if to see if you see the batteries in the car. So he's like, oh, okay, all right. Reluctantly, he's like, because he knows that he did wrong anyway by lying about it. He didn't have to lie. He could have just got the batteries and got the alcohol another day, even though he wasn't supposed to, because he's used to be alcoholic. So that comes in later on. So yeah, it's really interesting. There's a lot entailed. I'm trying to go step for step to make you understand the plot line. It's really good, strong plot line, I believe. I've seen a lot of films, many, too many maybe, I think. So yeah, and as they go along, and then he's looking in the car, so the little girls come out and the wife's gone out somewhere else. And then the little girl's walking off because she's like a balloon. She hears like a sound. And then when she goes off, she's just walking, and then this dog comes out of nowhere. I'm thinking, where did this dog even come from? I was like, what? And then afterwards, it's like, she's so scared of this dog, because it's like me, I'm not that cool with dogs either. A lot of people are, but she was little anyway. And he comes and sees the dog, and he's like, oh god, what am I gonna do? So he tells her just to, stay there, don't move, because he sees that there's like a little bit there where there's a gap where she could just drop down. And he's like, oh, stay there, don't move. And then he sees a rock, and he's like, oh god, let me get this rock. And he throws it at the dog. And then, but as he throws it at the dog, she takes 2 steps back. So he realizes it real fast. He just got this father mode on, and he just jumps off with her. I was like, oh freak. I was thinking, oh, they're done now. Next thing you know, he's knocked out conscious, and you see the wife saying, wake up, shaking him. She's just shaking him. She's thinking, oh god, if he doesn't wake up and she don't wake up, what am I gonna do? So she tells him to call the ambulance to, get on it. And he's like, oh, she'll be, and he's kind of just standing there like, he's just like in some sort of trance. I'm thinking, why is he going to snap out of this trance? Because the daughter's probably going to die here. And then next thing you know, he snaps out of it. He's like, okay, I'm on it. I'm getting cold. Sorry. I'm on it. The weather's changing. And then she's like, get the ambulance. Like, oh, no, we don't need the ambulance. She's fine. I'm thinking, what's he talking about? Like, you don't need the ambulance. It's a little girl. She just dropped and probably smashed her head out or broke her spine or something. He doesn't have a clue. He's not a doctor or anything. And then afterwards, he takes her up, and I'm thinking, oh, she might have spinal injuries now. So he takes her up in his hands, and then afterwards they go back to the car, and they drive, and they go to ambulance. Go to hospital, not ambulance. Go to a hospital, and then it's like he goes in there, and it's like there's too many people in the hospital. It's like, as usual, I'm thinking to myself, that's just a normal thing. And it's like, oh, you have to get on a waiting list. You got to do this, you got to do that, you got to get insurances ready. You got to do. I'm like, oh, for goodness sake, it's like Americans. I was thinking. So after all this, and then it's like chaos. And then they said that she has to go down for an X-ray. So it's like, he's like, okay. And then they said, oh, it's going to be hours yet. And time kept passing. He's sleeping, and he wakes up and he goes back to the counter, to the reception, and then it's like, oh, you've got to wait a bit longer, and then afterwards he goes back and sits back down, and hours go past again. Then he gets back up, and then they say, and he asks for the specific doctors who were looking after his daughter. And then afterwards I was thinking, oh my god, because he's thinking, where are these doctors gone? They said, oh, they've already gone home. I'm like, oh, hi, sweaty whitey. Hi, thanks for watching. I'm just talking about Fractured, a movie. It's a really good film. Watched it the other day. Really cool. You make sure you check it out as well. It's called Fractured, starring Sam Worthington. Really good film. I don't know if you've already seen it. Maybe you have. So yeah, as I was saying, they were saying, oh, the doctors have already gone home. So he's thinking, how could they already have gone home and he's been sitting there and he hasn't seen his daughter or his wife because she went down with the daughter to do the x-rays. And it's like, I'm thinking, what is going on here? And next thing you know, they were saying, oh, nah, you must be, nah, you can't. They said, okay, let's look at the names. Let's look at the names on the list. So it's like, okay, let's look at the names with the receptionist. And then she's like, oh, I don't see the names on the list. So I'm thinking, okay, this is getting a bit strange now. He doesn't see the name on the list. She doesn't see the name on the list, sorry. So he's like, oh God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? How can they not be here? Because he's been waiting for them for probably about 6 hours or more. Well, he was sleeping. He doesn't even remember what the time was. So it's like, and he was thinking of so much things going through his head because earlier on, what I didn't say before, he saw people like I don't know what you call them, cleaners or whatever, with these bags, bin bags, but it was like all with organs in it. So he's probably thinking, have they done something to my child? Because earlier on, the doctor was looking at his little girl's eye, like he liked her eyes. He was like, you've got beautiful eyes. So he's now got these twisted things in his head going around thinking, what are they going to do to my child or my wife? Because he hasn't seen the wife come back yet. Because even if they kept the little girl, the wife would have come out, wouldn't she? To tell him what's going on. So he's thinking they've probably killed the wife and daughter, or these underground doctors or whatever, done something to his family, which was very scary for him, of course. If it was me, I'd be thinking, have they done something to my child? Like, what's going on? You know, it's like a scary situation. This film was like playing on people's fears. I think that's what it was doing, which for me was very scary because I was thinking if I was in that situation, I would not have a clue. I wouldn't have a clue how to handle it at all if I was put in that situation. Because, hi, David. David. Oh, how do I say it again? Hello. Is it Guten? What time is it now? Guten Abend. Am I right? Guten Abend. Good to hear from you. Oh, that came out wrong. Oh, good to see you. You're listening on my film chat. You need to watch the film Fractured. It's really cool. It's a good film to watch. Yay! Oh God, let me carry on. I'm not gonna talk too long. I'm almost done. I really enjoyed Fractured. How's life? Good. I hope everything's good. And you're self-isolating, David. All right. Keeping the family well. Yeah, and I think as time went on in the film, it was showing like him going totally and utterly insane because he couldn't find his wife or child. He's thinking, what's going down here? Like, he's looking around the hospital thinking, where's my wife and child gone? They're supposed to be safe in this hospital. That's the whole point of hospitals. You have to be safe. You shouldn't be fearing that someone's taking your family and put them somewhere in a hospital, killing them for organs. So I think this film, it showed a lot of what maybe some people fear inside. Not many people would speak on, but they think, like, for example, which was interesting with organ transplants or whatever, donations, where people obviously donate, they put their names down to donate. So I think a lot of people are scared of that also because of this fact that people could probably take your organs and you don't know. Because, for example, they could just, like, a doctor could just easily let you die, even though they could let you live. You could probably live from it, but they'll let you die just to take your organs. It's a fact. It's something that people don't speak on, but some films portray this. But Like, I think Repo Man was a good film. I watched that. It was really interesting as well. Repo Man. I need to speak on that another day, of course. So, but later on, he realizes. Let me jump to the end now. Later on, he realizes that you're still there, David. Have you gone? Probably gone. He realizes that he's the one that's imagined this whole thing. It's like it comes to this sad but true realization that he was the one. He was the one that harmed him in the end. That's why it's called Fractured, because he's the one who killed his wife and child. They show back this at the end, which is really sad, because he thought he saved them, because he'd taken them out of the hospital, he found them and everything. He shot one of the cops, or the guards, sorry, and he said, I'm taking my wife and child. And he's like, I've done it. I've done it. When he said that to the wife, he said, I've done it. I was like, oh, it touched my heart when he said it. It's like he thought that he saved them. And I was thinking, oh God, I wish that it was actually true, but the whole thing was all in his head, which saddened me a great deal. And that touched me, really. That touched my heart. That ending was that realization that he killed his own wife and child and didn't even realize it. That was like, I think, because obviously when you do a really sad, bad act to your family, it's like it cancelled it out in his brain. So he had to make up some elaborate storyline that he had to save them, because his brain, that was his way of handling this whole matter. So when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, that was a brilliant film that touched my heart. And even with people dealing with mental illnesses, and if they watch this film, it's like, wow. And even for those who are studying psychology to do with the mind, trying to help others, breaking down these schizophrenia and all sorts, dissociative disorders, people who are doing that, doing brilliant jobs. I think this film was bloody-tastic. So everyone should watch Fractured, starring Sam Worthington. Easy to find. I'm going now, guys. Make sure you stay safe in this world during this crazy crisis. Thank you guys for watching, and please also leave some comments down below. Thank you, Sweaty YT. Thank you, David, again for leaving some comments down there. Please subscribe, please like. I'm gonna go now. Thank you, guys. Bye.